I've been doing Turkey Tango for 6 years now, I think, where we cook turkeys and make sides for Thanksgiving Day for the shelter. And I don't know what it was. I was reading an article or something, and 2 or 3 days later, it just popped in my head. I've got all these. I already do this with the Turkey Tango. I already kind of try to bring chefs not into the kitchen, but to have them make the sides, and I go get the sides and bring them here. And I'm like, what if they actually came in the kitchen? What if they felt the need? What if they interacted with the folks who were eating the food, as opposed to just making it off-site somewhere and not being really connected to it? So I just thought about the connection that it makes, and I think ultimately, it just kind of, as I talked about it with various people, you and the Homeless Alliance, and what that meant, the idea really just developed, and it's just creating this sense of community between the restaurant community and those who need food the most, and that just seemed to make the perfect match, bringing those two things together. When we were here last time, they were grinding the coffee beans. They go through about 20 pounds of coffee beans a day. Hint, hint. But they were grinding the coffee beans. They had volunteers up here grinding the coffee beans every morning in a little burr grinder that you have in your home. They didn't have a commercial grinder, so they just volunteers constantly, just for 4 hours of breakfast or whatever it is, just grinding beans as fast as they can. They're drinking coffee out here as fast as they can. Coffee's a very treasured item, as it is with me. I really see that the public has responded well, and that, and then the chefs, also have been reaching out and how can I help? What can I do? And I think it's been really neat. And then volunteers, we need consistent volunteers.
Volunteers? Yeah.
There's Russ noticed, having chefs in the kitchen helps you see what's not in the kitchen, and this kitchen operates on donations only. So, Chef Russ said they need a RoboCoop and maybe a Vitamix, just some sort of way to process foods and make sauces and stuff really easily, instead of just having to rely on whatever gets donated. They can use ingredients to make other things.
Awesome. We're doing some skewers. After last time, and I think some of the statements we made about proteins, the fact that they hadn't had beef or pork in so long, and I've noticed they rarely have fresh vegetables or produce to work with. We just had a lot of people come forward, say they wanted to donate stuff. So we got some beef tenderloin donated. We got some pork from Super Cowin. Beef tenderloin came from Rhett's. Got a whole bunch of fresh produce from Cowin as well. So we're doing some skewers with tenderloin, marinated pork, baby bok choy, some onion, roasted mushroom, stuff like that. And then going to go over rice and lentils with some sun-dried tomato pesto mixed in there. That was all stuff that they had on hand here. And then topping it with a crab mushroom Napa cabbage slaw. We've got sort of kind of an Asian-ish peanut dressing on with some apple and some red onion. And then for dessert, I was very excited to see that they had a bunch of these little Uncrustables, little crustless sealed individual peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We used to do a grilled PB&J dessert at Ludivine with vanilla ice cream that was just, a huge hit and one of my favorites. So we're just going to drop those babies in the fryer, put them in one of those bowls, a little vanilla ice cream on the top, and that's dessert. So it's awesome. I mean, it's just such a great event, great deal. Just thing I'm excited to be a part of. Came out and helped Kurt last time and just had so much fun with it. Those of us that have small restaurants and sort of small kitchens and crews, it's easy to forget just kind of the luxury of manpower. And so when you get a bunch of people that come together and come in here and help out, it's easy to just knock a bunch out in a short period of time. So it makes it fun. It's never overwhelming, never stressful, and just to see the good that it does, to be able to do something that does that much good and is that helpful, and to be able to do that just by doing something that I love is, it's a no-brainer, always.
So in the hospitality business, it's our job to take care of people. And that's probably the number one reason we do it, is to provide that comfort, and to provide that comfort for those who have none, and to have that grow into this just community. I just want to see it grow and develop into its own thing, where this kitchen maybe is always fully staffed with volunteers, and there are organizations that are donating consistent items so that it's not so haphazard whatever there is, you know, on any given day. They can actually menu plan and get nutritious food into folks and that sort of thing.